This is beginner tumbling fall 2 weeks 1 and 2. For station 1, you just need a panel mat that's opened up. So the first time that you get to this station, you're going to have kids do a forward roll. Toes are together, big stretch. Roll, try to stand up without using your hands. You can always add bean bags in between their knees or ankles for a challenge. The second thing that you're going to do on this mat is going to be an L kick or a handstand. So we'll do sock foot in the front for a lunge, an L kick, and then lunge. Or for kids that are ready for a handstand, they can do lunge, handstand, lunge. For the third time around at station 1, they're going to do a candlestick. So they're going to start laying on their back, toes up to the sky for candlestick. So lift your hips all the way up, Becca. There you go. They'll do candlestick, then do a layout, flat on the mat, and then push up to a bridge. And you can have them spell their name or sing a song, count to 10, whatever you'd like. Great. Thanks, Becca. On the yoga ball, we'll have them sit on the ball, and they can do arms at side middle and try to lift one leg up straight in front and see if they can balance. A good way to help them out is to tell them that they have to squeeze their legs together when they're doing this, and then they can try to switch feet. Awesome. The second time they come to station 2 at the yoga ball, they're going to lay down on the floor and put their heels or the back of their calf on the ball and lift their bottom up so their belly button is raising up to the ceiling. So if they do calves on the ball, it's a little easier if they straighten their legs all the way out. So their heels are on the ball. It's a little bit trickier. Nice. Then the last time they get to station 2 at the yoga ball, they'll do a push-up position with their hands on the floor and their shins or the tops of their feet on the ball. And again, we're trying to find that hollow shape. Thank you, Becca. Station 3 is using a folding cheese opened up. So first we'll do a forward straddle roll down the cheese so they can start. Most kids might want to start standing on the cheese because they're smaller than Becca. Becca wants to do it on the floor. Start in a straddle, put their hands down on the cheese, roll, keep their legs in a straddle, and reach their hands to the center, and then push up. The second time they come to station 3, they're going to stand at the bottom of the cheese and put their hands on the cheese. So fold forward and put your hands on the cheese. Bend your arms so the top of your head touches on the cheese, and then push up off your head and then lower back down. Push up off your head and lower back down, and then push up, and then finally stand all the way up to a big stretch. So that's like practicing the end of a backward roll, sort of like little push-ups. And the third skill at station 3 with the folded cheese opened up is a backward roll. Very nice. Moving on to station 4, we have 2 Velcro stripes. The first time they come to the stripes, we'll do broken leg walk. So they'll do favorite foot in the middle of the stripes, big hands on the stripes, and then hop their foot and jump both hands. The second time, they're going to put their feet on the outside of the stripes and their hands on the stripes and try like a straddle press walk, or for these guys, it's more like straddle bunny jumps. And then we're going to do maybe stand on one foot on each stripe again, facing me. Can you do a plank with your arms on the stripes? And then they're going to do loose belly, or tight belly, loose belly, tight belly. And then once they do this a few times, you can have them try to stay in that hollow shape and see if they can lower one knee to the ground. So they're bending a knee and then straightening it, and then alternate. The other knee is bending and straightening. And then for like a super challenge, they can try to bend both knees at the same time and then lift them back up. And this is really, it doesn't look like much, but when you're doing it, you're like, oh yeah, I can really feel the muscles working. Thank you, Becca. At station 5, we're using 2 yoga blocks. We're doing lunge, lever, lunge. So Becca's kind of tall, so she's going to demonstrate it with 3 blocks. And it's starting with your good foot in the front. She's going to do a lever, pick that block up, come back to a lunge, and then replace the block, and come back to a lunge. Then, this one you'll for sure need only 2. We're going to put the blocks side by side on the floor with enough room so you can sit in between them. Sit down like crisscross applesauce, and then try to push down on the blocks and lift your bottom up for a challenge. And see if you can get your legs and feet up for like a super challenge. Some kids might not be able to get all the way up here, and that's okay. They're just working at their own level. The third time you get to station 5, we'll use 1 yoga block and do that shoulder bridge like we did for level 1 in between your thighs. They're lifting their hips up, squeezing their buns, squeezing their thighs, knees to the block, and holding it. Excellent. I'm just going to keep this rolling. Station 6, we're going to use this folding cheese again, but we're going to stand it up against the wall. And we're going to try to do walking our feet up to a handstand, or go ahead, you can walk them up. This is one option. If you have someone that is ready for more, the first time they get to station 6, they can do lunge, handstand, lunge against it. You might want to set up carpets when it's actually happening so they know where to put their feet and their hands. Awesome, Becca. Station 6 for the second time, it's walk your feet up to a handstand and then do a straddle with your legs and slide them down to the floor. So she does the handstand, she does the straddle, and then she slides her feet down and then just finishes with arms up, standing in a straddle. Perfect. Station 6, the third time around, you can tip make it flat on the floor, so tip the mat down, and they can either push up to a bridge or do a back bend down and then try to rock and stand up for a challenge. So I would start standing there. This is back bend down, and then they can try to rock and push on their feet and see if they can pick their hands up a little bit and stand up. That's for a challenge. If you have kids that can't do the back bend down, even with a spot, you might want to have them start laying down like a layout and then just push up to the bridge. Awesome. Thanks, Becca. Then we're going to fold up this blue panel mat. This is going to be station 7. They're going to start laying down on top of the panel mat and reach their hands to the carpet. They'll push up to a bridge, so they're keeping their feet elevated. And for a challenge, again, you can lift your sock leg and reach it up to the sky and then back down. You can alternate with the other leg if that's easy for them. Awesome. And then look up at the ceiling and lay down flat. The second time you come to station 7, you want to move that mat away from the wall if it was up against the wall and start on one side, and they're going to cartwheel over it. So they'll start in a lunge, put their hands on top of the mat, cartwheel over, finish in a lunge. The next time you get to that panel mat, you can open it up and then just try a cartwheel across the panel mat, because we've found that if kids are always putting their hands on top of a mat, then sometimes you're like, show me a cartwheel, and they don't know what to do because they don't have that mat. So just try your best cartwheel on the open mat. The last station is a hula hoop station. We don't have a hoop. Can you run and get one? Becca's getting the hoop. Sorry, we had kids take our hoop. That's okay. Okay, you're going to sit on the floor in a tuck with the hula hoop behind you. You're going to hold a folded up felt or a bean bag in between your feet. And then maybe scooch that hoop back a little bit further so you have enough space to lay down. Sorry, the wheels have come off of our videotaping wagon. And you're going to roll back like you're doing a backward roll and try to drop the hoop or drop the felt into the hoop. There you go. And then come back up to sitting. Let's try it one more time. And this time, see if you can do it with your hands like backward roll style hands. Sorry, it's my bad. So it's like the beginning of a backward roll, drop it, and then come back up. Awesome. Station 8, the second time around, is jump rope with a hula hoop. This hoop might be small for Becca, but I bet she can do it just once or twice. This is classic. And the last time you get to station 8 is cartwheel through the hula hoop. So it'll just be flat, lunge, big cartwheel, lunge. Awesome. Thank you, Becca. That was beginner tumbling.